Reacting to story animations. That's great, man.
My teacher, Ms. Page, was both
in the fucking
gorgeous
morning, bro.
and a little crazy. She loved to humiliate her bad students by telling them they were stupid. But then
that's
she started
mean.
picking on me and said, "Your dad sold me a junk car last week. It was already broken down. Does he
That's what a junk car is. Like it's a junk car. It's pretty bad.
always rip off poor underpaid teachers like me?" I was too shy to respond. But on my next exam, Ms. Page gave me a C-. Before, I'd
still
always been a
passed.
straight A student, and to get into an Ivy...
Oh my! I mean, hey man. Listen, bro. I was always the type of nigga to be like, bro, whatever I get, as long as it ain't failing, as long as it ain't a 16, like 69 and below, then I'm cool. I passed. Let me go.
League University, I needed to
But
graduate
then
at the
again, this
top of
nigga
my class.
he wants top
So I told
top
her,
grades in
"My
class.
dad offers to buy back your car at full price. He apologizes for any problems he caused." Ha! Your dad is a scam artist. I've already spent $2,000 on repairs, but that's
Damn.
your problem now. Then she gave me a D- on my homework. I was furious and complained to the principal, but he just told me to stop whining and kicked me out of his office again.
Yeah, you did
I
look
felt
like a
like
whiny
burning
ass
down
nigga,
the
bro.
school. But then I got lucky. During break, I passed by Ms. Page's desk and saw that her phone's PIN code was 1111.
What type of dumbass shit is that? What type of toddler password is that?
I thought about stealing it. Maybe I could find some interesting photos on it and blackmail her.
You're no
But
better
I
than your
chickened
father if
out
you
and
do some
walked
shit like
away.
that.
Ms. Page was relentless, though. She gave me D's in both English and history.
Why
My
is she
future
both your English and history teacher?
was ruined all because of her. So I vowed to get revenge. One day, Ms. Page took our whole
need some
class to the TV
TV
room,
room.
but I
TV
held
room?
back and ducked under my table out of sight. Once everyone was gone, I pulled Ms. Page's phone out of her bag, unlocked it, and sent all her files to my iPhone. It was over 30
This is some federal
gigabytes.
shit.
I waited till I was home to take a look. She had thousands of selfies, and I gotta admit, she looked absolutely gorgeous on them.
Oh, now
I
you want
found
her
nothing
dick. Now you want her dick. Now you see all this shit. You seen
shady or
titties and shit.
embarrassing until I checked her voice messages. Turns out she loved to gossip to her boyfriend about her idiot students. "I'm teaching this girl Maria, and she is so stupid.
That's fucked.
She should just drop out of school and become a stripper."
That's even more
But then
fucked.
I hit the jackpot. "A student's dad sold me this junk car. It's a huge money pit. And now I'm gonna make his son pay for it by tanking his GPA. I don't care if that kid's a genius. He will end up being a loser scumbag like his father."
Damn.
Wow.
Your
This
pops
was
sound
enough
like a
evidence to get
loser,
Miss
my nigga.
Page fired.
No
But I
disrespect.
didn't want to go to the police and get in trouble for hacking her phone. So instead, I just walked up to her and played the voicemail. "Where did you get that from?" "It doesn't matter, Miss Page. I own you now. Do you understand?" "You mean you are blackmailing me?
No
You can
shit.
go to prison for that." "Calm down, little girl. I'm sure we can
That's
come to an
nasty.
understanding. Because otherwise, you would lose your job and get arrested." "Okay, tell me what you want."
What the fuck is this?
"First, you're gonna address me as Mr. Handsome.
Oh, you know better than your pops, my nigga. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Pay me respect."
Did his nose just poke
"Okay,
out?
Mr. Handsome." "Good. Tomorrow you will go to the principal and restore my grades to A pluses." "Fine, but then we are even." "Ha! You wish. I'm your master now.
That's some
I
nasty
do
shit.
whatever I want."
Okay, bro. It looks like this nigga's finna get caught up, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro.
It was great. On weekends, I made her
shit.
come over to my house. "What is my name again?"
Oh shit.
"Mr. Handsome." "Right. And now do my art homework. Make sure it looks good, or I have to punish you."
This is some
I
nasty
also
shit,
made her
though.
come to school dressed like Barbie. People couldn't stop laughing, and then she had to compliment me in front of my class. "The best essay was written by the cutest and most brilliant boy of the whole school." She held up my arm, and people started wondering if we were secretly dating. Miss Page also gave me exam questions in advance.
Nigga. Okay, wait. Nah, bro. I feel like Shawty was the evil one. Nigga, you the evil
I
one.
used them to get a girlfriend. "Hey, Erica, do you want to get an A on your next English exam?"
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
Bro,
But
what?
how?
"Here, I got the exam questions. Come to my home and I'll show them to you." When she arrived, I asked, "Do you find me attractive?"
What is her foot? This shit looked like a toothbrush. Yuck. What is that why you invited me here?
What? Is that why you invited me here?
Look, I can get you an A on your exam, but first I gotta know if you want to date me. She acted shy, but finally said yes. So I wrapped my arms around her and
This
kissed
is some
her.
nasty
But I
shit.
wasn't a complete douchebag.
You
I
were.
also used my powers for good and told Miss Page to stop Ricky because he was bullying the whole school.
Who was
She got him
Ricky?
expelled the same week, and afterward, so many students thanked her for getting involved that she decided to become a guidance counselor.
Okay.
But then we had our prom. Okay, Miss Page, one more task before your debt is paid. Take me to the prom and dance with me.
Nigga, don't you got a girl, bruh? You got a girl.
I can't. I would be fired for having a student-teacher relationship.
Take your girl.
Don't worry. Tell the administration that I'm one of Ricky's bully victims and I couldn't get a date. You just want to boost my self-esteem.
You are
It
the
was glorious.
problem.
All my friends were dumbfounded watching
You
me
are
slow
the
dance with a
problem.
super gorgeous teacher. When it was over,
I swear to God, this shit is almost over. It don't look like it's gonna be like that. But if the ending is where they get together, I'm going to scream.
she said,
Thank you. Your crazy demands taught me to care more about my students.
then she gave me a big kiss on my mouth and whispered,
Too bad you're such a prude. You were 18 the whole time. We could have had so much fun, my little bad boy.
You're lying. You're lying, liars. You bunch of motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. I just made myself deaf by yelling like that. Little do y'all know that shit was louder on my end than it was on y'all's.
What if I told you that I stole my own dad's winning lottery ticket so I could cash in on the jackpot myself? Meanwhile, I justified the theft by telling myself that my dad was such a jerk that he didn't deserve to win a multi-million-dollar jackpot. For example, since I was a 3-year-old child, my dad forbid me to cry because, according to him, crying was manipulative and weak. I also remember the night
That's the issue why niggas really don't cry, bruh. Because niggas, like, we got that shit implanted in our heads that if you shed some tears, if you crying, bro, you's a bitch, bruh.
I got appendicitis. I was curled up on my
Oh,
bed
what?
in pain and tears, and only after hours of me suffering, my dad said, "Fine, I'll call the ambulance, but I swear to God, if I see one more tear rolling down your face, you'll regret it." And so the ambulance
some
came
father,
and
bro.
took me to the
I
hospital.
can't shed
The
tears.
whole way there, my father kept staring at me to see if I showed any more signs of
weird.
weakness. Worse, though, was that my dad forbade my mom to show any affection towards me.
That's
Nothing
even weirder.
made my dad angrier than seeing my mom wish me a good day at school or ask me how my day was.
Bruh, let
So
me see-
eventually
let
she
me-
gave up and
I can
stopped
relationship
showing
with
that
my
she
mother.
loved me. She just couldn't take dad's punishments anymore.
That's weird,
and
bro.
I
That's
can't
weird.
blame her for that.
That's weird, bro.
However,
That's weird.
it
That's
hurt
weird.
to not feel loved by my parents.
That's weird.
And
That's
I
weird.
think we all develop different coping mechanisms to deal with our pain. Some people become workaholics so they can stay at work all day and avoid the problems in their marriage. Others live in complete denial of reality. And then there are people like me who turn to drugs to temporarily
Oh.
escape the pain.
Oh,
For me,
dear.
it started with junk food. But as time went on, I switched over to worse and worse stuff. Whatever I could get my hands on to shortly take my mind off my problems. Meanwhile, I blamed everything bad in my life on my dad.
Wait a minute. This
almost
nigga
as a
look. Wait.
revenge.
Now that I think about it, this nigga look like the same nigga from the last animation. He was the bully, wasn't he?
Revenge, I kept stealing stuff from him, and once a week I checked his lottery tickets. I did it for years to see if he ever hit it big. Sometimes he'd win a few $100s, but it was never enough to be worth stealing. Well, until he hit the jackpot. You see, the lottery numbers are drawn on Saturday night, and my
Yep.
dad only checked his lottery numbers on Sunday morning. So in the night in between, I faked a burglary at our own house.
What?
I did so by smashing the little basement window we had, because there, no one could hear the noise of the broken glass. I climbed inside, made a huge mess to make it look like a real robbery, and then stole both my mom's and dad's purses. Luckily, the next morning, when my dad found out that someone had broken into his house, he got so upset that he completely forgot about the lottery ticket. He had no suspicion whatsoever. A week later, I
Oh my
finally went to
gosh.
my state's lottery headquarters to cash in on the prize. I was lucky that I'd been named after my dad because he had written his signature on the back of the lotto ticket, and it looked similar enough to the one on my own ID. I thought that was enough to prove that I'd been the one who'd purchased the ticket. But these lotto people also checked whether the store my dad had purchased the ticket from had a video camera installed. Luckily,
Wow.
it didn't, because otherwise I would have been in serious trouble. Anyway, just 5 days later, they wired me the jackpot
Wait, you have to have like, I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't think that's true.
into my bank account. You might wonder why I haven't mentioned yet
Why this
how
nigga's
much
tux
I
just
actually
changed?
won. That's because I lost it all later on, and I hate thinking about it. But my jackpot winnings were $15 million.
That's a lot of
The
money.
first thing I did was to move away from my parents. Of course, I hadn't told them that I was rich
Shit, I
now,
love my parents.
but I did
would've
ask
done
my
the
mom
same
if she
shit for
wanted to
15
leave
mil.
dad.
15 mil? Boy, I'm out the country, nigga. I'm in Haiti, bro. I don't know
And
where
come
I'm
with
at.
me. Unfortunately, she said no and stayed with that douchebag.
Why?
Either way, I was 18 years old and a deeply damaged human being. My parents had emotionally neglected me for most of my life. For years, no one had given me a hug or told me that they loved me.
Bro,
But
get
now,
your
I was
bitch and shut
free
the
of
fuck
them
up.
and decided to move to Miami. I got myself a fake ID and went partying every night to meet beautiful women. It's just so easy when you're rich. It felt as
It
if
is.
everyone loved me. Meanwhile, I was
I said
eager
it
to
is, like, it's
impress
easy,
all
like,
these
I'm
people I
rich.
met with my money, because deep down, I still felt that without money, I wasn't worthy of anybody's attention or love. So I became the cool rich guy that buys drinks for everyone.
No.
One of my new friends
Can I
even
borrow
asked me to borrow
$40,000 for my business idea?
40,000
You better give me your business name, what I'm putting my shit into, what type of shit that you getting out of with this business, and what part can I get out of? What percentage am I getting? Like, my nigga, I'm not giving you $40,000 and I ain't get shit back. Like, you know what I mean?
$1,000 for a business idea
I'm not
he
getting
had.
shit back.
He said he could pay it back with interest within 2 weeks. Deep down, I knew I couldn't trust the guy.
Then
But
why'd
I
you
didn't
do
want to
it?
look cheap or
Then
like
why'd you do
40K
it?
mattered to me. So I just
Yes, $40,000 matters to me. What? Oh my.
gave him the money. And of course, I never saw it again.
Goofy.
In fact, I heard from others that that scumbag bought himself a new car with my money.
Goofy.
Worse than the friends I made during that time were the girls I met. Just never date a girl that likes you for your money. Never. I thought Selena was different because
No.
she always told me to stop taking so many pills. That's why I thought she actually cared about me.
No.
However, despite my best efforts, I failed again and again to overcome my addictions. That's why Selena was so disgusted by me. She often called me pathetic.
You supposed to be my girl. Why are you calling me pathetic? Like, you my little yeah. If you my little yeah, be with me even if I'm pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, be there.
And one time, she said, "Why do I even date you if you will OD anyway?" Looking
That's
back,
actually
I
mean
can
as
see
fuck.
how cruel she was. But at the time, I would have done anything to not lose her. I just loved her too much.
Love
so
is
to compensate,
Love is probably like the craziest thing, bro. Love will literally make you be with a person, even though you dead ass know that they are wrong. Love will literally make you be with a person, even though you know they doing something behind your back. Even though you know that they lying to you. Even though you know that they using you. Love will literally make you see past all that just because of all the things that they made you feel. Like, love is weird, bro. Love is weird.
for my character flaws, I spent more and more money to keep Selena happy.
Never.
One time, I overslept
Never again.
and missed our brunch date. So, as an apology, I took her on a trip to Italy. We flew private, and all in all,
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
it cost me $350,000. At that point, I had spent half of my $15 million.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, the closer I came to losing all my money, the more anxious I got. And the more anxious I got, the more pills I took to quell my anxiety. It was a
Oh, God.
vicious circle. When Selena again threatened to break up with me over my addictions, I begged her to give me one last chance. She agreed under the condition that I checked myself into rehab.
She's
so
a dick,
that's
but
what
like
I
she's
did.
actually
While in rehab,
like
my mom
trying.
came to visit me, and it broke her heart to find out that I was an addict. She blamed herself for my problems and kept apologizing for having been such a bad mother. I asked her,
Yeah,
how
where's
was
your
Dad
father?
doing? And she told me that he had recently lost his job and had become even more violent than usual. She said he was always angry and often went to certain shady places. I said, perfect, Mom. You're finally fed up with him. Now dump him and move in with me. I need you as support, and maybe you need me too. But I haven't had a job in decades. How could I afford to leave him? I told you I want some
I got 7.5 million in the bank, mom. Let's go ahead and get us a new life.
Gambling. I will take care of you. It took a few more months before my mom made the final jump and moved in with me, but it gets better. My dad was so mad at my mom for leaving him that he immediately filed for divorce. That's why on the day she signed the divorce papers, I sent $1 million right into her bank account, with my dad getting none of it because they were divorced now. My mom was financially independent now.
Why didn't your mom ask where you got the money from? Or why? Matter of fact, why did your dad not ask where you got the money from? Did he not?
Since even managed to find a new boyfriend who treats her well. However, once I got out of rehab, my anxiety quickly came back. Probably because I still loved Selena and spent way too much money on her. One night, I calculated how much longer I could afford to pay for her expensive lifestyle needs, and it came out to only about 9 months. Then I'd run out of
9 months.
Lifestyle needs,
9 months.
and it came out to only about 9 months. Then
9 months.
I'd run out of money and be broke. Realizing I was out of options, I had a full-blown panic attack and relapsed into drugs. I went to a bar and drank to calm myself down. Unfortunately, that's when I had a really dumb idea. I thought my life would be worthless soon anyway once I'd lost all my money.
What the fuck face is this? What is this? What monstrosity fucking face is this?
Why not risk it all? I decided to go to a casino.
What? Okay. I don't really know. Let me get closer to the fucking mic. There's actually people like that, like literally will do something like this. Why do you think that your life is literally on the line? Your life is worthless. Yeah, your life is worthless. Yeah, let's just say that. Why the fuck are you finna go gamble at the casino and spend the rest of your fucking money at the casino thinking you finna get big bank? But most of the time you don't. Most of the time that shit is just scams. Like, bro, I swear, I'm gonna be 35, bro. Not going to a single casino still, bro. I hope when I'm 30, bro, I can say I still ain't never went to a casino. Cause why the fuck would I go there, bro? Why? Bro, what? The closest thing I'm gonna get to gambling is probably them stupid arcade games. I know there's still like a little gambling thing, but like, it's a little different.
And asked how I could bet a large sum of money. They told me I could transfer the money to their bank account. And so I waited until my bank opened the next morning and told them to transfer all of my remaining money, around $5 million, to the casino's bank account. Everything I owed was on the line. And at 11 a.m. in the morning, I went back into the casino. They confirmed the bank wire was successful and asked me what I wanted to play. I only knew how to play roulette, so I nervously walked over to the table. I could have bet all my money on either black or red and doubled my money, but I wanted to get back to my initial $15 million. So I did something riskier and bet on the numbers 1 to 12. Here, I had an almost 1 in 3 chance to triple my money because there are 37 numbers on a roulette table, and my chance of hitting a number between 1 and 12 is almost 33%. Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of this story, I lost it all. And if that wasn't shameful enough, afterward I immediately ran to my mom and asked if I could have back half of the $1 million.
Oh yeah, you were desperate. You ran to your mom's and asked for the money that you gave her.
Dollars I had given her.
Crazy, bro.
She's my mom, so of course she said yes without hesitation.
What?
So I went back to the casino and
Why, bro? You are okay, bro?
Lost another $500,000 that my mom had desperately needed for her retirement. I
fucking
can't
stupid.
put into words how much I hate myself. But you
Fucking
know what?
stupid.
After I lost it all, I moved back in with my mom. I told her about all the stupid things I've done, and she didn't care. She loves me despite my flaws. I've also realized that one beautiful day I can tell my dad that I stole his winning lottery ticket and spend all the money on women and pills. I can't wait to see his face. He will probably try to kill me. But I'll wait until
If I was your father, even if I was your mother, I would have done the same shit. I would have been pissed at you.
my mom has spent her remaining $500,000 because otherwise my dad might get half of it because it came from his lottery ticket while they were still married. At the same time, I've kind of learned to forgive my dad for being such a bad father and husband. Mom recently told me that my dad's mother excessively drank alcohol during her pregnancy. So maybe my dad's brain didn't get enough oxygen in her belly, and that's why he became such a douchebag. Mom also told me that despite everything, Dad had always believed that his strict parenting style was good. He thought he was doing what was necessary to raise a disciplined and successful son. Well, I don't know what to make of all this,
You
but
didn't turn
I
out
know
so well.
I have to stop taking pills and stop blaming my dad for everything bad in my life.
I would not, as a parent, if I was a parent at that time, if that was my child, I would not have accepted you back. I'm not gonna lie.